is the number of seconds required to travel d1 feet at r1 feet per second greater than the time required to travel d2 feet at r2 feet per second. So the time is represented as equal to distance over speed. That means the first t1 will be equal to d1 over r1 and t2 will be equal to d2 over r2. The question is asking, is d1 over r1 greater than d2 over r2, which needs to be answered in the form of either yes or no. The first statement says that d1 is 30 greater than d2. Clearly not sufficient because we have no relationship between r1 and r2. Second statement is r1 is 30 plus r2. Again, that's not sufficient because we have no relationship between d1 and d2. Now we combine the two things. Then we understand that d1 over d2, d1 over r1 can also be written as d2 plus 30 over r2 plus 30. Now the question is, can we compare d2 plus 30 over r2 plus 30 with d2 over r2? Now the thing is, we can't compare that. The reason is, if d2 over r2 is greater than 1, right? If this ratio is greater than 1, in that particular case, the left hand side will actually be smaller than the right hand side. But on the contrary, if d2 over r2 is less than 1, then d2 plus 30 over r2 plus 30 will actually be greater than d2 over r2. Now to understand this thing, you need to understand that the same percentage change in numerator and denominator does not affect the value of the ratio. But when you are adding 30 in both numerator and denominator, if the numerator is bigger, that means the percentage change in numerator is smaller than the percentage change in denominator. Therefore, the result will be smaller than the previous case. And since there is no consistent comparison between these two cases because the value of d2 over r2 is unknown, therefore we need to say that the information even after combining the two statements is not sufficient, and hence answer to the question becomes option E. Thank you so much.